Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about California man pleads guilty to scamming Doordash out of $2.5 million. To be honest, I did not hear about this article or this situation through the means of a subscriber or Google alerts. I got it through DoorDash's policy page, and they released a separate article entirely called "A Clear-Cut Victory Against Fraud on the DoorDash Platform," which, okay, but I did want to hear more about what they were referring to before I go making any assumptions. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers and customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A Southern California man has pleaded guilty for his role in a scheme that stole more than $2 million from San Francisco-based food delivery company DoorDash, federal prosecutors said. Let the record show that we are seeing more about money stolen from this company than recovering stolen funds from drivers. Those kind of successes. I just want to point that out there. There was one in Connecticut. I think that was the only one I've seen. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for Northern District of California, 30-year-old Sai Chaitanya Reddy Devagiri of Newport Beach in Orange County admitted to one count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud in the San Jose court. Devagiri and 3 others were indicted by a federal grand jury in August and were arrested in October. How did you plan on getting away with this? Stealing $2 million from a company that they need to track every penny, and it's wire fraud. So it's not like they don't know where it's going. I feel like there wasn't a lot of thought in this one. Prosecutor said Devagiri, who was a DoorDash delivery driver with others in a scheme which the company paid for deliveries that never occurred. The scheme took place in 2020 and 2021. Oh, never mind. That makes perfect sense. So they had orders placed, never completed them, but paid for them, and they ended up paying them $2 million in total. That's a lot of volume. Like, how do you plan on accounting for all of that? In the scheme, Devagiri used customer accounts to place high-value orders on the app. He then used an employee's credentials to gain access to the DoorDash software and manually reassigned orders to driver accounts he and others controlled. Okay, well, that confirms something. You can have orders manually unassigned and reassigned to different drivers. It's not that they don't have control. They just choose to act in ignorance. Devagiri then used fraudulent driver accounts to report the orders were actually delivered when they were not. He also manipulated the company's computer systems to pay the fraudulent driver accounts for non-existent delivery. After that, Devagiri would use software to change the orders from delivered status to in process, manually reassigning orders to drivers he and others controlled and restarting the process. Oh, so it's not that there were a bunch of different deliveries that took place over a course of time, because I feel like you would have seen that coming, but the same order taken over and over again. Also, if that's the case, how much of their reports have been fraudulent then? Because you gotta think, that's $2 million worth of deliveries. How much of the market share was accounting for that specifically? Obviously, $2.5 million is like a drop in the bucket for DoorDash, but that doesn't mean it's not a significant amount in a report during that period of time. Remember, this is 2020 and 2021, where order volume spiked up only because the stimulus checks were coming in. This procedure usually took less than 5 minutes and was repeated hundreds of times for many of the orders, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. Okay, here's a question. How many times was this order completed, and how come nobody picked up on that? I wonder if it's a company or a employee that hated the company so much for how they were treating the people on the inside that they just ended up stealing from the company in general. And how much of that was supposed to be for actual drivers? Prosecutors said the scheme led to more than $2.5 million in fraudulent payments. 2 others connected to the scheme have already been convicted. Co-defendant Mani Swede Mendadapu pled guilty to the same charge on May 6th. Third defendant, Tyler Thomas Bottenhorn of Solano County, pled guilty in 2023 after being separately charged in the case. So why are we reporting on this now? Like, if this was already done in 2023, why are we reporting on this in 2025? Or is it that it took them this long to get the other 2 people involved? Divagiri faces a sentence for up to 20 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. He is scheduled to appear for a status hearing in the case on September 16th. Steals $2.5 million, charged to $250,000. Think that's a net profit. 20 years of prison basically says you're not making anything, but still. DoorDash's response to this is so ridiculous, in my opinion, by the way. In 2021, DoorDash uncovered a fraudulent scheme being conducted on our platform. We immediately terminated the employees involved and proactively referred the matter to law enforcement. Recently, individuals involved in the scheme have pled guilty in federal district court. We're deeply grateful to the Department of Justice's diligent work in holding these individuals responsible. This case demonstrates our commitment to defending the integrity of our platform and maintaining the highest standards of safety and security. So let me get this straight. Somebody scammed you and now you're taking the opportunity to gas yourself up, making yourself look like a platform of integrity and brown-nosing the crap out of the DOJ to try to make it seem like you're doing the right thing. Yeah, you're full of crap. Our approach to fraud is uncompromising. As we've consistently said, we will hold anyone attempting to commit fraud on our platform accountable. We're proud of the strong partnerships we've built with law enforcement at all levels. We have worked closely with authorities on multiple investigations to help ensure the fraudsters are held to account. We know fraudsters are continually changing their tactics and looking for ways to sidestep our anti-fraud systems. That's why we're constantly strengthening our safeguards. This is an ongoing effort and we remain vigilant. That's a bunch of political nonsense. Let's get that right real quick.
Our approach to fraud is uncompromising. We will hold anyone but ourselves accountable for committing fraud on our platform. Like, who do you think you are trying to do our thing? We're the ones that are supposed to be scamming people. What are you doing? Once we steal your money, you're not supposed to steal it back.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Look, I am by no means going to claim that what happened to DoorDash was right, because let's get something clear now. I don't believe how DoorDash operates is clean, but that does not mean we commit fraud in return. What they did is fucked up in every regard. Stealing $2.5 million, they probably do that on the regular, but that doesn't mean you do it back. That means you try to protect yourself in every way possible, not proactively steal from them. Am I necessarily upset that they lost $2.5 million? Or better suited, they're insured, so it doesn't really make as much of a difference, but still. Regardless of any of that, if you're really strapped for cash, the answer isn't stealing it from other people, it's solidifying your own financial position through diversification of your gig portfolio, investing the money you're already making, developing an exit strategy. Remember, the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal. And if you're looking for more ways to accomplish all of that, you can learn that and more in the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journey. I've partnered with high-level professionals, bringing you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings. More live streams with high-level professionals in our industry. Educational systems designed to help you build your own dispatch and delivery service provider company, as well as other scalable opportunities. Speaking of, we have just recently kicked off our Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and we are changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers. Now, gig workers get greater opportunities. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or an exit strategy, because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you'd like to see something with more growth potential and scalability, there's something here for you. Check out the link in the description to get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.